All right, me and Lund just paused our emergency escape hatch designs. We figured out how him and I are getting out of the ghetto. We wrote a movie.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, we pretty much wrote an entire movie.
No.
I think so.
We barely talked about the idea for a movie.
You gave me...
But that's not nothing.
That's not nothing. It's good. We walked across the sky bridge. The sun was hitting us. Very inspiring moment. But yeah, Lund gave me the first idea of a movie, and then about 100 steps later, we had it fully fleshed out, and now Miramax is coming on board.
No.
Yeah, I told you.
Not Harvey, the other guy.
I got bad news for you. The other guy's bad too.
I can't think of his name. Jed.
I think it was Jed. Yeah.
Harvey and Jed.
Yeah.
The Weinstein.
Jed Weinstein. And he's into guys like you, though. So we can really parlay this.
Perfect, yeah.
Guys with their butt crack always out in
Put
public.
my mouth where his money is.
Lund was blown away that his butt was out.
Yeah, I was barely bent over the sink after watching movie. What's it called? The
Day of the Fight.
Of the Fight.
We saw it 20 minutes ago. We have more pressing things to worry about. Lund went to the bathroom. He was washing his hands. I don't even think the water was running. He was just trying to impress some people in there.
That's your move, to pretend to wash your hands. Either I do or I don't.
Yeah, like if there's a heaven and I have to stand before St. Peter in judgment, he's going to be like, you really wasted a lot of water down there. That's probably my biggest sin. No, I kind of like having the mystery.
Who's over there?
Hey, it's me.
Confessional.
It's me, Sam T.
Guess what? I knew my butt crack was out.
Did you?
No, I had no idea.
Oh my God, it was flagrant.
I had no clue.
You were Andrew Schultz, and those were your flagrant too. And then I was like, hey, nice butt crack. And then we're walking out, and you're like, was it really out? It's like, yeah,
No, I
dude.
looked.
It's always out.
I actually turned around in the bathroom mirror.
And you're like, I have two faces?
So I could see my own butt crack. So I could see if you were lying or not.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's like
keep you honest.
It's like when you get a haircut, I held up a mirror and
That'd be a fun prank.
yeah, for sure.
If you could give somebody a haircut and then somehow have a butt in the hand mirror.
Right, so they look in the back of their head's a butt, or they just see it in the face as a butt?
A butt.
Yes.
The back of their head looks like two butt cheeks.
There's this guy named Jared who does AI, and he just hit me up to see if I wanted to talk to him about it because he thinks I'd be fascinating, and I think that he might be able to make a mirror that programs your own butt into your face.
Finally, AI coming in handy.
Yeah, doing what I need it to. Instead of fearing it, now it's going to fear me.
It's funny to see people discover it because if you don't know how to put the right terms in, it just comes out very one note, like the base level of what it can do.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see like bars or comics using it because like you can make...
For like flyers and stuff?
Yeah, or just like, oh, look at this. I went to Fiji and it's AI. Hippie Man's having fun with it.
Is he?
And I don't expect him to dial it in and make it look like really cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, he marched against Nixon. He's 100 years old.
He got his first computer in 2014.
Yeah, and it was because the library was having a sale.
He's catching up. A booker paid him in an old laptop.
Yeah, he got a Dell.
And he was like, what is this?
Yeah, I remember when Hippie Man right around 2018 was doing all those dudes I'm getting a Dell jokes, and he didn't understand why people were laughing because he wasn't doing it ironically.
But yeah, it's just funny to see. I don't know. I just say all this because Megan has kind of like been using maybe Midjourney, and you can really dial it in and do certain styles, or you can just if you use a bunch of keywords, then it can really pop more.
So you have to know how to communicate with it.
Yeah.
Huh. So we're meeting it in the middle? It's not coming to us?
Talk to that guy. He'll fill you in.
I haven't been experimenting with AI because I like to keep it pure. But, yeah, I feel like I could have a lot of fun on there. It's just another way that I could be fucking burning the precious hours of my life on AI. Blowing it. That's why we have to write this movie.
The movie should be AI.
I mean, we could probably put what I wrote down into AI, and it would give us the bare bones, and then you could just like sit down with a big pot of coffee and one of those giant bags of weed you're always flaunting, and you could probably write it in 48 hours, Kerouac style.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So, in the last it was like 10 days ago, Megan Mutiny held some type of like event where there were a couple of speakers who are all about what's mushrooms, mycology. Yeah. So there was like some type of
that's also what I practice when I'm doing stand up, mycology.
You're a doctor of mics.
Because I'm up there and I'm hypothesizing and philosophizing,
hypnotizing.
I'm gonna call
proselytizing.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my next special mycology. I'm wearing a suit, but I don't have any collar on it. It's buttoned all the way up. Mycology. I have a fade.
You have a toadstool hat.
Yeah, dude.
You're in the woods,
Mr. Toad. I keep the toad thing going.
Like the toad guy. Yeah, Bonzo's like he is the toad.
He's the toad guy.
But yeah, so yeah, the whatever else went on with this event, I must have been with you, and I come home to a dining room table full of like 6 bags of shrooms. I was like, "What?"
Whoa.
She goes, "Yeah, we had an event. They gave us these shrooms. So now we have hella drugs."
Are you gonna be Shroom People?
I don't know. I definitely have. I've never blasted off, and now that we have like so many, I feel like I want to try to experiment with the right amount, like the sweet spot, but I also want to go further than that at least once.
I think you should eat 7 grams. I think if you're going to do it, you should fucking do it and just become the truffle pig. You're the truffle pig. I'm the toad. We find our things. Those are our brands.
I don't think I've ever had... I've read that like an eighth is you blast off. And
it's a lot.
I've never had an eighth. I've probably had half of an eighth.
We just always used to eat eighths because that was the unit of measure, and if you bought drugs, you did them all. So we would all get eighths and then just be like, we're like fucking 16 years old. Yeah. We'd get an ounce and split it between like 6 of us, so it was more than an eighth. God, I remember Clay. Clay used to go back to the trunk to get the secret stash, and then he started going back to the trunk like earlier and earlier into the night. He was just always at the trunk. Old Clay D.
He was figuing it out.
Yeah,
he's doing the work.
He did the work. He did the emotional labor to put himself in the driver's seat to his rocket ship of the mind. See, this is why we need to be writing it right now, dude. I've got the movie. Rocket ship of the mind.
I kind of liked what I was working with, and then you came in and
you said, "What if some guys
all over it?
What if some guys went to Humboldt and then it got crazy? What if it was kooky and ooky and altogether spooky?" And I was like, "Okay, well, here's some beats. Maybe we should work out the parts of each beat." And you were like, "I got a beat for you." And then you just started slapping your crack. Your butt crack's always evident, right?
No, it's not.
It literally is, bro. And I'm not saying it to be mean. I just feel like you should know this. Because everyone knows that your butt's out. Emily's always like, "Oh, there it is." Whenever she walks by, she just points down at your butt crack.
Yeah, because she's always walking by while I'm tying my shoes. It's not fair.
Yeah, right, dude. We got you that device. You don't need to tie your shoes anymore. You just slip them on.
Oh, yeah. Last night in the green room, when you started talking about the blowjob machine and the CPAP,
yeah,
Chris is like, "Hey, man, you ever had..." What did he say? He said colchicine. He's like, "You ever taken colchicine?" And I think he's alluding to you talking about my like sleep apnea. And I was like, "Oh no, man, this is all made up. None of this is me. I mean, I snore, but
I'm not doing anything about it."
Our buddy Pat is the real culprit, and he never even got a CPAP. And he was like, "Oh, I'm talking about gout." And I was like, "Oh." I don't care for the most part that you're doing that whole thing with me as the guy, but it was funny for him to I thought he wanted to talk about sleep apnea and snoring, and CPAPs and or blowjob machines, and I was just like, "No, that's not."
You were like, "Hey, nice guest set, buddy. Why don't you clear it out?"
I'm the butt crack guy, not the CPAP blowjob guy. Nothing's real. Clay Cooley.
Is that Ben Affleck? It's just Ben
it's
Affleck.
Clay Cooley.
Whoa.
Wait. The big name from the previews. It's my Instagram like little note. I immediately put it in. Was from that live or the movie version of Macbeth.
Yeah.
Of the stage play Macbeth. What was it? Cush Jumbo.
Oh, yeah. Cush Jumbo was the lady's name.
Cush Jumbo. And introducing Cush Jumbo.
Yeah, there's an African-Irish American, not American. There's just a black lady from Ireland whose name is Cush Jumbo, and she's in a Macbeth
With David Tennant.
Yeah, Tennant,
Yeah.
cool, all right. But Cush Jumbo, she's the star.
How do you take your eyes off Cush Jumbo?
Yeah, they're not going to call her Lady Macbeth either. He's going to be like, and my wife, oh, the blood of my wife is red. Your wife, say her name, Macbeth. Cush Jumbo. We're in the back. Woo! Kush. I want some Jumbo Kush over here.
Oh,
We ruined the play. They're filming it. They have like $300,000 invested in this one performance. And then we're in the back just...
What about this? I need every shirt to be this long. I need big boy shirts, and then the butt crack is killed.
100%, dude.
Yeah, I need big.
You haven't been in 2X in years.
I need
but
long
yet,
shirts.
Yeah. Of course. That would solve all your problems. My butt cracks out every now and then, but no one can tell.
This is what I need. I need to do squats.
Yeah, I
and
mean, sure.
Create a butt
Yeah.
so that my pants stay up. That would be sick. What about this?
What if you got a Brazilian butt lift?
You and I tried to.
Hold on. I think we figured out the real answer.
Maybe if we get to theaters. If this movie pops off, we're all getting BBLs. I want a Ukrainian butt lift. It's almost like you don't have a butt, but your pants stay up.
I want a Turkish butt lift. They just put a bunch of hair on your ass.
You can't see the crack, so it's kind of it's a different problem, but it's slightly better.
I mean,
than crack.
It's a step up from crack.
Yeah, no, I do not like that my crack is out all the time. I don't like that.
Well, it's because you wear those hilarious little shirts that like hit you. Where it's like you're trying to show off a tramp stamp all the time.
Oh, this?
Oh, hello,
that's a
fellas.
crazy story. You remember the song Crazy Game of Poker by OAR?
Do you remember the Vinnie Paul vehicle? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun surprise in the green room.
Yeah, they got a gold record. A band called Hell Yeah.
Certified gold record for Vinnie Paul. You said he owns the Hyenas.
Yeah, dude. When they paid me at Hyenas Fort Worth last time, they took me upstairs because all of his guitars and gold records are up there.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
So he has I think he has minority ownership of all the Hyenas, and that's why Mudflap and him were homies, because Mudflap was always flapping over at Hineytown. I said Hineytown.
This one's good too. Fort Worth Hyenas is like real fun. Last night both shows were quite fun.
Yeah.
Quite good.
Quite drunk.
The opposite of Friday in Springfield, which was a fucking nightmare.
Oh, people were covered in coal dust and talc when they got there. The show started at 6:00. It was terrible.
Yeah, no, that was truly insane. Last night, much more sane. 8:00 for the early show.
Yep. 10:00 for the late show. They'll have you sell your merch outside when it's raining. But, the SAMT fans, they're stout people. They're always dressed in layers. They're wearing beanies, even though it's Texas and it's still hot outside.
Yeah, they wear their one hoodie for like probably a month at a time. They think that it's okay to wash it once a month because they have like 3 undershirts that they switch up in those 30 days. And it's like, no, dude, it comes out.
Yeah, they have 3 undershirts. One's an Ian Fidance, one's a Casey Rocket. The other one's a David Lucas, and they wear them to the shows underneath whatever hoodie they're wearing in mine. A lot of babes last night. What the hell was that?
Dallas
Dallas
is huge. And
Dallas is mega.
There's a lot of chicks.
Yeah, there was a lady in a cowboy hat, probably in her 50s, who was fully dumped, and I came on stage and she just grabbed her tits and started smushing them around.
Oh, is that what she? I was in the green room so I could hear you.
Yeah, I mean,
but I didn't know what she did with them. You were like, "Whoa, jugs!"
Yeah, if you're in the green room not seeing it, you just hear me up there.
I open the door. I have a telescope.
You go. You have like one of those pirate monocle, like telescoping monocles.
Yeah.
Ho ho.
Gland-Ho.
Nice. Yeah. No, she had him. She was dancing around. I had to tell her to knock it off because I was at work.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. But no, she was smushing him. She was there with the fucking yellow bastard.
Yeah, that was a date. That was a client. You want a date?
Fuck, I couldn't remember it last night, but I wanted to call him Megamind, but I was like, that's not it. What is it? He was straight up yellow bastard, dude.
Yeah.
Like he had encephalitis. He was waterhead.
He kind of looked like what's that guy's name? Not John Clayton, right? The ESPN guy. Looks like a total nerd. I think it's John Clayton.
Oh,
glasses,
yeah.
nerd, but yellow bastard is also apt.
I mean, his head looked like a damn ring pop, bro.
Yeah.
I could have been so mean to him, but I held back because he was there with his lady of the night.
Yeah, he's
sweetheart of the rodeo.
Money.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be blasted. He's trying to blast her. There was the Latino lesbian table last night.
They were the first date, right?
First date. There was a
With
first date, and then
friends.
she brought 3 of her friends.
A man and a woman on a first date, and the woman brings 2 or 3 friends. Yeah,
3 friends. I said, you brought the Olive Bitch Planet?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
They were nuts. They were like chattering it was, before the movie trailers start. That's the only time you can talk. And then comedy show, I'm up there. There was a guest set, so that means we're like a half hour into the show, and they're just like, what did she say? Oh, fuck Pornhub. Because I'm complaining about how every time I come to Texas, I forget that like you can't
peel your grape.
You can't go to like the 10 most popular porn sites because they have blocked their access due to Texas, like requiring a strict age verification process that Pornhub doesn't think is on them. It should be on.
Yeah, you can't pretend you're going to find something new in the search bar before you go back to your 3 favorites. My 3 girlfriends, as I call them.
When there's so many.
Hold on, you're jerking
so
off in your room, and your wife's like, "What are you doing in there?" You're like, I'm cheating on you with my girlfriend.
I'm on a date with my mistresses, my triplet mistresses. But yeah, I talk about how that's so annoying, and this woman goes, "Fuck Pornhub," and I was like, "Why fuck Pornhub?" She goes, "Because you can't." Because Texas blocked it. And I was like, then fuck Texas, right? What are you doing?
Yeah.
It was insanity. Oh, how about this? Early show. I often ask the crowd, who has dogs? And then I have a joke. Who has cats? I have a joke. Who's got something weird? Just in case, I can riff on it.
Someone's got a pelican.
No. It's I wish. That would be great.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you keep your it's like a purse. Mm-hmm. A purse that talks.
Yeah, it's a living.
You
put your keys in your bird's mouth.
You get in there. Yeah, it takes your kid to school.
Yeah, you wash your baby in a pelican's beak.
Yeah, right. There's so many uses.
A mobile sink.
No, I wish it would be. I'm always hoping it's something random and fun to talk about, but it's almost always a lizard. Mm-hmm. Oh, bearded dragon. Okay, yeah, no, everybody has those. Last night was crazy. It was the craziest time because I ask if anybody has any weird, like exotic kind of pets. First guy goes, fish. Like, okay, no, no. That's your first pet is like a fish. That's everybody has a fish or had one.
Yeah.
And then a woman goes, plants, and I was like, no,
wrong.
Not even worse than fish.
Get her out of here.
Yeah, lady, you're scaring us. And then, rule of 3s. This woman who's already been annoying during
the blonde woman, right?
Blonde woman early show had him. Mm-hmm. Drunk, loud, like under a spotlight somehow, just so that she literally can feel like she's also on stage. is like loud and talking too much during the host Devin set. Very funny, Devin Clark, and
he talks like this.
Great voice,
amazing voice,
hell of a voice.
Hey, did he do
gonna
it?
Be back tonight, but yeah, he got annoyed with this woman, and then she pipes in after fish and plants with a topper. She goes, "I had a cockroach as a pet for 3 days." I was like, what?
Yeah.
Did I die on the flight here? Like, truly maddening. Like, Aronofsky-esque, like the room starts spinning.
Yeah, everything.
A giant monster rips the roof of the club off and just like picks me up and pops me in his mouth.
Your lower back has a strange cryptic tattoo.
My butt crack, yeah.
Your butt crack can talk.
Yeah, my fucking butt crack
the twist.
can talk.
Wait.
A movie.
This is an Aronofsky film? So the twist was the butt can talk? Who greenlit this?
It's like Malignant.
Yeah. Oh, your butt's malignant for sure.
My butt crack has a mind of its own. Yeah, it was. And she was like being sincere. I think, like, obviously she was drunk, but I don't think she wasn't like kidding.
She said she had a cockroach when she was younger for 3 days.
She had a bond with this cockroach.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like, just clean your apartment.
Yeah, you said you didn't have a pet. You just never cleaned your apartment.
Just didn't sweep.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a wild start.
She eventually left during my set. But then maybe returned? I don't know. She was like mouthing off, and I said something about like, yeah, I get it. I wish I was a hot woman once. Mm-hmm. I'd like to be a hot woman once a month so that I could ruin everything and no one would tell me to shut up.
You should have threatened to smack her like I did in Springfield.
God.
Everybody loved it.
You went nuclear. That was so funny.
It was wild. That was like the biggest response I got. All these jokes that I think are great, just almost nothing. And then no, that was Saturday, so that those were fun crowds. But yeah, that woman. What did she said something very like? Oh, I told her something like, you gotta shut up. And she said like sex, like flirty, like, you gonna make me? And then it's like, oh, she's trying to be cute. It'd be funny if I went and just smacked her hard. Yeah. And everybody's like, yeah, come on. Anyway, yeah. I think we covered that.
Yep, you're taking a victory lap though.
Remember though, listener,
the Titans.
Remember?
Last night, one of the lesbians was like, I said, oh, that guy said the thing about, you guys like being alive? And they were like, no. And I was like, the Cowboys aren't going to be bad forever. And then the classic prototypical Latino lesbian is like,
right up front on the first date.
Right up front, yeah. They've been talking the whole fucking show.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm at my wit's end. So she's like, well, yeah, Dak, he pulled his hamstring, but it's gonna be okay. And then I was like, huh. And then the crowd like starts laughing, and I was like, what? I'm not trying to be rude. I mean, she does look like an expert in football. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, they like left.
Yeah, they
their
left.
own accord. A lot of self-aware, loud drunks. After a while, they're like, you know what? I got to get out of here.
I can't believe I've been doing this the whole time and no one stopped me. No one's done anything.
Well, yeah.
I got to police my own ass, I guess.
I got to be the bad guy. It's got to be done.
I figured literally anyone would intervene. They did warn me during the announcements that I'd only get one warning before they'd boot me out. But no one seems to give a shit at all.
But young Julio was so gorked off of your pen. He forgot he was at work. He thought he was at a fucking Texas Rangers game.
Oh, man, Julio. Julio and Sam up front working at the club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam was like, I got some weed for you, man. And I was like, oh, it's okay, dude. I have my weed pen. And he's like, oh, really? So he hits it. And then Julio comes a-thumping over. He's like, oh, can I hit it, dude? And I was like, yeah. So Julio rips it. And as he's hitting it, their boss, Nicholas, walks in the room. So Julio's eyes get all big. And then as soon as the boss passes, he blows out this huge fucking blinker cloud and then runs into the bathroom. He bailed and went to the bathroom.
Well, he might have puked because that would have explained how red and wet his eyes were. Yeah. He looked like Ren. When there'd be like a close-up of Ren and he's just like vibrating with anger. He's like exploding.
He had Ren's face and Stimpy's body. He was full Ren, dude.
Yeah, man, he was gone. The rest of the night, I think a lot of the time, if I ever saw him, he was like looking at the wall. He was a Roomba stuck in the corner. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Sam asked to hit it again later on that night, and I offered it to Julio, and he just gave me the wave.
He policed his own ass.
Yeah.
Everybody in Dallas blows it, and then immediately tries to help.
Everyone's policing their own ass.
Tries to unblow it. Oh, lineman fucking got to run the ball, but then he biffed it.
I was full Ren on Wednesday, dude, after my show at the Independent there in Detroit. By the way, we're doing another one this Wednesday, Detroit listeners.
Everybody should go. They're going to love it.
Oh, my God. It's so much fun.
You said almost everybody, or more than half of the room, has been to every show.
Yeah,
That's great.
And also, they're only supposed to sell 65 tickets, but last week they sold like 87. So
Whoopsie.
It was just a throbbing gristle in there. But,
Biffed it.
sorry. So I put on the headliner, Alex, and then I go in the green room and I hit my pen really hard. And then I have to go get him off stage and like bring the show down. And I go up there and I was like, man, I really make fun of you guys. Everyone here, I know I ride you pretty hard, but I fucking love you guys. I look forward to this fucking show all week, man. You know how cool that is to feel like you're part of a community? And this is after me going up and doing like 50 minutes interstitially of just being like, gross, wad, ooh, that's you, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And at the end, I'm just like, man, you guys are the fucking best.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, and the Jewish equivalent, whatever.
The Jewish one, too.
Yeah, Wallah Habibi baby to everybody, and good night until next week. And then I get off, and I hear one of the guys go, what the fuck happened, man?
To you or to his buddy?
Yeah. I was rend, man. I was Stimpton Day boner juice. God. There's an auction house in Detroit. And
Continue.
I've been down there twice now.
What's down there? Antiques?
They're auctioning off all these like widowers like belongings.
Yeah.
Like antiques. They have various cabinets. They have a bunch of cool art. They have a bunch of just like, stuff around the house. They had this little turtle lamp. It was like a touch-top turtle lamp made out of terracotta in the 50s. And I was like, whoa, Emmy, this is the kind of thing that we put in Susu's room. And then even when she's older, she's going to have these glimpses of like, remember that turtle lamp in my aunt and uncle's house? That was cool.
He was my best friend.
Yeah. And Emily was like, she'd break it. I was like, okay.
She'd chew on it.
Yeah. She'd try and ride it around the house.
She'd fart on it. It would explode.
Susanna called me fat guy the other day.
Oh, yeah. I hit you with a fat guy.
Well, we were tumbling around in the living room because she's taking gymnastics. So she's doing all these flips, and I was doing like backward somersaults. And I was like, I like biffed it pretty hard and like hit my head and was just laying on the mat, like right there on the blanket. And then Susanna was like, go, it's my turn. And she tried to shove me, and she was like, go, fat guy. She said it like that.
That's great.
I'm sure that she must have heard someone say, probably Beetlejuice say, fat guy, because she said it like that. Mm-hmm. She also knows what discos are. She kept inviting me to disco parties.
What?
We had to get dressed up for a disco party, and then we like walked into the room, and she's like, this is a great disco. And I like started to dance, and she's like, it's not a dancing party, it's a disco. And I was like,
she doesn't know shit.
She doesn't know anything.
Thinks she knows.
It's fucking 4.5, doesn't know shit about fuck.
I hope you didn't show her Saturday Night Fever. There's a rape scene.
No, I showed her Cruisin', though.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know Cruisin'?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's like, I think it's Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and they're like in the gay like cruising scene in the 80s in New York.
I don't even think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Weird.
Real pulpy film. It's like
Okay.
it's like gay bad guys. I think there's a murderer. I can't remember. It's like Warriors for guys like you.
Warriors pretty gay.
Yeah.
They wear
Warriors,
those vests.
It's probably gayer than Cruising, honestly. Oh. You know what's not gay at all is me and you taking naps together in this room.
Spending our lives together.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday that was a good nap. You had a
needed
king
it.
bed upstairs. You instead slept down here.
You demanded it.
I did not.
Yes, you
demand
did. You
it.
said, "Come up, we'll take naps." You literally said that.
No, I
I
didn't say
pressed the
shit.
room. I pressed the room number for my floor, and you were like, "Oh, come on up."
Come on. I
up.
can't sleep if I know you're
Yeah.
elsewhere. What if you're in trouble?
Yeah, come on, get up there.
What if you're being trafficked? No. I think you needed to be in here with me so that you could have a nice nap. God,
did.
it was like a 2-hour nap.
Yeah, real late in the day too. The worst kind of nap.
I keep thinking, well,
Waking up, you go to bed when the sun's up. You go to bed, you wake up, the sun's down.
yeah, sometimes
sucks.
that fucks me up. It didn't yesterday. Yesterday I felt good. Even though I keep thinking about what Emily said, which is that naps, or when you sleep, it should be either be for less than 45 minutes or for like more than 3 hours.
Whoa, she said that?
She did. Something about how if you prevent yourself from going into REM sleep, then you can get a little bit of a benefit of a nap, more so than entering it briefly and then waking up.
Huh.
That's like more disorienting or something. Yeah.
Well, we really hit the sweet spot of an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. But I didn't feel groggy or weird.
Yeah, you were fine. I was fucked.
Did you feel crazy?
I felt a bit crazy, but then last night I couldn't go to bed. I had that thing where you're like, all right, I'm going to bed. And then you like feel like the switch is like going down in your brain. And then all of a sudden every light turns on in your head. And you're like, no, you're not. And you're just laying there being like, how have I ever fallen asleep before? Maybe I'll never fall asleep again. I don't think I'm ever going to go to bed again. Yeah. I had to use some websites that weren't Pornhub. That didn't work.
WNBA.com.
Oh, yeah.
I said last night that
What's Caitlin Cook thinking?
people down here, teens down here can't jack it because they don't have access to porn, and they don't have like memories that they can use.
Oh, yeah.
So they just have to watch the WNBA. You end up having a thing for
Yeah.
long arms.
What's the WA just squinting? I think I see a sports bra there. Hey, idiots, go to YouTube and just look at women's volleyball highlights. Those are on there.
Mm-hmm.
There's also just like old pornos on YouTube all the time.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there are. They're called Whitecoats. They're like back before like porno was legal in America, they would make doctor movies. It was like instructional films for like how couples should make love. And they're just on YouTube.
Nude?
Yeah, nude, sucking dicks, banging.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's in a white room with like somebody taking notes, so it's educational.
Yeah, it's like a guy who just told a classroom that if the bomb comes, you hide under your desk, kids. He looks like what's that? What was fucking Homer's enemy? Grimbly? Grimes. Yeah, he looked like Frank Grimes being like, and this is the vagina. It's a tunnel of pleasure if you know what you're doing. And this is the erect male penis.
Huh.
Yeah.
He flicks it.
Mm-hmm.
Ding. He's ready, boys.
The penis can go in one of the holes in the human body. If the owner of said penis wants to go to heaven, that is.
An argument for intelligent design. The penis fits into any hole on the human anatomy.
Not the ears.
A man, a plan, a canal.
It was that
Vagina.
FDR?
Yeah. Well, it's a palindrome about the Panama Canal.
Right, yeah.
The man, I believe, maybe Teddy.
It was Teddy Roosevelt. He loved Panama. He was a big Van Halen fan.
Panama. We had fun last night watching that Yacht Rock documentary.
Great movie.
Your
Great
dad
movie.
would have been pingoed.
Oh, he would have loved it so much.
He's got to watch that shit.
Yeah.
What are they? Donald Fagen was all pissed about his music being called Yacht Rock. Do they like progressive rock, prog rock? Was that Steely Dan?
I don't know.
I think
Adult
of Tool.
Contemporary?
Prog rock is like Tool, but it's also, I think, Steely Dan.
I think
before
that
Yacht Rock
Pink
became-
Floyd is prog rock?
Yeah.
Or is that psychedelia?
Yeah, but I think they're considered prog rock too because there's a lot of like math involved or whatever.
I don't know. I got to tell you, I don't have much of an affinity for Pink Floyd at all.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's like I haven't really given it a fair shake. Like, I like that cigar song. That one's good. And I like the Syd Barrett stuff. But, like, I just wrote it off as, like, the Grateful Dead. It's like, this is what hippies like. I can't like this. I like AFI.
Yeah, when you took a call or whatever during the trailers, you missed the Fire Inside about the young boxer.
Oh, from Flint?
From Flint, yes.
Bro, I live in Michigan. Like, I haven't seen billboards for that movie everywhere.
Oh, I'm saying but you were not in there, and I was watching the trailer.
Yeah.
And then it's called The Fire Inside, but like I was stoned, so like 30 seconds later, I'm like, was this called A Fire Inside? Because that's hilarious. AFI.
Yeah.
She's listening to fucking God Called In Sick today while she's doing jump rope. Halloween. She likes the AFI cover of Halloween better than the Misfits.
She doesn't even know there's a Misfits version.
Yeah. Yeah, that cracked me up.
Dude, what was I going to say? Fuck, Flint, AFI. God.
Boxing. You took a call.
Damn it. Oh, Henry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes.
I forgot that was the call, yeah.
This is why I took such an important call.
I was curious why. I was like, man, Emily knew we were going into a movie, but she called like 4 times so that Sam would have to answer.
No, Hammering Hank called me, and he called me twice, and he never calls me. So I was like, oh, good. Everyone's dead. If Henry's the one breaking the news, that means the fucking phone chains worked pretty low on the ranks.
Somebody left the oven on since Thanksgiving, and the house finally went up. Tom tried to light a smoke inside.
Yeah. Julie busted Uncle Tommy smoking for the last time.
But no. Yeah, so you were scared.
Yeah, but he was listening to the Patreon. By the way, the Patreon's really good. You guys should go subscribe to it. Come on.
Not a bad idea.
Becker's actually being held in a cage right now. And we're not letting him out until we hit $7,000 a month. So if you like Becker, put your money where your fucking mouth is, you psychos. We're Becker backers. Are you? Well, why don't you steal your mom's credit card and make it count? Steal your nurse's credit card, all right?
Steal your nurse's identity.
Yeah. Bail Becker out of another fucking tight jam. But yeah, he called me to tell me that he was listening to the episode where I was talking about getting canceled from the morning announcements in high school. And I couldn't remember what I said, what derogatory term I said about the boys' soccer team. Turns out that I called them field fairies.
Yeah.
Which Henry said was probably the coolest thing you've ever done.
Was he in school?
No, Henry was born...
He's 12 years younger than
He was born on 9/11, so we don't celebrate his birthday. I think he was born, like, right after 9/11.
Like
Henry,
literally 2001?
Yeah, I know his birthday's in September, and I think it was 2001.
Whoa.
Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know.
9/11, baby.
Yeah, that
was a sash, a little fake cigar.
Makes you think, what did my aunt and uncle know? They plan it, exactly.
Little hanky.
Little hanky. So yeah, Henry, thank you for that. Field fairies is what I said into a microphone that was cast into every schoolroom in my high school. You know what? I'm a comedian who takes chances.
My big... I didn't think about it when we were talking about high school and that story, but I just remembered my big thing as senior class president was I got my buddy Jacob to play the national anthem on the guitar before like an assembly, senior something.
Yeah.
And God, you would have thought that I wanted to bring in fucking Frank Zappa because they acted, the teachers, whoever are all like so worried that, the shop teacher who served in Nam is going to like freak out.
He's going to have a flashback.
Or like if there's any flourish of any kind. If it's
teacher, he has a flashback and just goes... He goes into the AP calculus class and kills most of the kids.
Time to finish the job. He gets activated. Operation Dark Millennium.
Operation Wood Chipper.
But yeah, it was like such a concern. Like God, just reiterated over and over to me and Jacob. Like, basically, if you have any fun with this, you won't be able to go to college. Like, it was so serious.
If you have any fun with this, don't come to school tomorrow.
The teachers. The first teacher school shooting. It would have been 99 or 2000,
Shit.
my senior year, and Columbine was April 99.
Yeah.
We don't want the national anthem on the guitar to activate any Columbine-esque tributes.
You are forbid from wailing, young man.
Yeah, no shredding.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't take it for a walk.
No shredding. If you noodle at all, with God as my witness.
People are going to be yelling, make it funky now. Don't heed that advice, young man.
If there's any Back to the Future-esque Johnny B. Goodings, you're not going to be able to walk at graduation. It was so annoying. It was also, I got in a bunch of, I've told this, but sophomore year, we hosted state, all the student councils come for the state convention. Yeah.
We didn't do that.
Junior year. Rockin' State in 98.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
it was
cool.
Sophomore year. So we host state. It's this big deal.
Sammy Loft, why didn't we do that?
There's a... oh, yeah, she listens. She's listening right now.
Yeah.
Hello, Sammy.
What are you wearing?
Happy Thanksgiving. It was nice to see you. We'll always have London. We hosted state, and there was a shirt, that said Rockin' State 98, and everybody on student council signed it. It was going to go up, I think, into an Applebee's or a Chili's, that had local high school shit in it. And I had the gall. I had the fucking... just a wild hair up my ass because everybody called me Nasty Nate. Half Baked had come out like 2 years before. Of course, yeah. I'm Nasty Nate. Mm-hmm. I go from Nate Dogg to Nasty Nate.
No one asked me about it.
I have two cool nicknames that can't be touched. And I signed Nasty Nate Lund on this shirt. And you would have thought I drew a swastika molesting a little kid because the leader of student council fucking reamed me, brought me in to shame me, says how, of course, this shirt will be destroyed. He said it can't go up at the Chili's or whatever.
He puts on a welding mask and just torches it.
The shop teacher thinks it's the American flag.
Yeah.
Goes to attack.
Shop teacher's just putting charcoal under his eyes.
The guy says... I'm going to have to get everybody to sign a new shirt, which you will not be signing.
Wow.
So that can be in the hollowed halls of Applebee's.
No way. They were pissed about Nasty Nate to the point where they had a new shirt be signed?
Oh, yeah.
No.
It was. I was made to be... It was like in Game of Thrones. I had to strip nude and walk through the halls as he rang a bell and said, "Shame." Shop teacher spit in my face.
They didn't encase your head in gold. They encased your head in queso. And you were like, this is a punishment?
Everybody sack tapped me. As I walked the halls nude.
Crying, head dripping in cheese.
Crying, everybody spitting on me, smacking me.
Your friend's walking behind you playing a portable guitar. He's playing the national anthem, but note by note, no stink. Dun, 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 dun.
Such a funny, stupid time. Pre 9/11.
Yeah, back when boys could be boys.
Hank will never know a pre 9/11 world.
We did a student council retreat every year, which was cool because Mr. McGee and Mr. Lose would go on it with us, and we would wander off to go smoke cigarettes so they never tattled. So we would go up to the mountains, and we would all go, and there was like a boys' side of the house and a girls' side of the house, and we would sit down and make policy and stuff like that. It was very fun. And I remember one time there was this guy named Josh and another girl named Lindsay, and they were first cousins. And Lindsay was the student council president, I think, my sophomore year. And Josh was senior class. He was just involved in senior class council. And we got all these pizzas. And Josh did this thing where he would take 2 slices and then stack them face down on each other and then eat 2 slices.
Make them kiss.
But then there was never enough pizza for everyone because Josh was just fucking motoring through the pie. Take no prisoners style. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to get mine.
Ayn Rand.
I remember Lindsay at one point during a meeting was like, Josh, how about one at a time? One at a time. The pizza's for everyone. We didn't have enough pizza last night. One at a time. And he says, ugh, Lindsay, everyone can see your nipples through your shirt.
Whoa.
Yeah. And boy, we were like, what? Like, of course we could see your nipples through her shirt. You know, we were all wearing jammies. But I remember like Mr. McGee's head being like,
tread lightly, McGee.
yeah, he just like he nuked her in front of everyone who was supposed to respect her. Ugh, we can all see your nipples through your shirt. And I remember being like, God, this guy doesn't care who he hurts for that pizza. That's his first cousin. That's his mom's sister's daughter. And he nuked her.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, this was the teacher?
No. This was a student council president and her first cousin, and they were in the same class. And he just fucking torched the village and then ate his 2 pieces of pizza smashed together. Meanwhile, I've washed my hands like 8 times that day because I've been busted with, Marlboro Lights on my breath. Yeah, that was fun.
You have oranges?
Oh, dude, I didn't have the orange scam yet. But you know what I do have is a great company who's here to tell us a little bit about themselves.
Make an awesome first impression with Chubbies.
Chubbies?
Yeah, we know about Chubbies.
Awesome. I'm wearing Chubbies right now, bro.
You love them.
Look at that.
You paid for those.
Look at that. I did. I bought these at the Chubby store, and they didn't know that we had a code, and it didn't work. But we do have a code.
We do.
Look at this. Is this good for the algorithm? Hey, now. Beach ball style. Put some more air in that mattress, huh?
Their flannel overshirt looks like flannel but feels like fleece.
Yeah, that's all Becker has in his cage.
So it'll take you from picking out a Christmas tree to watching Hallmark movies on the couch.
Or going to Frankenmuth with your little niece, which I'm being pressured into.
What's that?
Frankenmuth is like the Christmas capital of Michigan, and there's this place up there that's like the biggest Christmas store in America, and they have like 3 different Santas of 3 different races. One Santa doesn't have a gender.
Walla habibi, baby.
Yeah, he's Santa. They're Santa X.
Santa Davis Jr.
That'd be awesome.
Everything Chubbies makes is ridiculously comfortable.
Yes,
and
it is.
Will have you looking great.
I'm wearing khakis, bitch. I mean, come on. You want a better endorsement? Look how cool I look in these fucking khakis.
You have determined that the comfort and fit of those khakis, Chubbies pants is worth the risk that anything you have come out of your dick or fall onto them while you're eating will be visible for the rest of time.
Wrong, because they've got a cum-fighting technology. That's right. You can blow loads and get sticky all you want, and no one will tell when you go to work. Yeah. Their CFT is top of the line.
You can road jacket into those, no cleanup, and you you can go to church.
You could service a bunch of guys at a rest stop and then walk in to pick up your daughter from work. Everyone goes to work, I guess, in khakis.
That's what you think of.
Yeah.
You wear them to work.
I mean, I did wear them. I wear them to work.
You wear them work. Wear them all weekend.
Yep.
You did not get a flannel, but Becker and I did, and this is not bullshit. It looks like flannel, but it feels like fleece. It's
what?
Crazy. Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't get one.
It's a nice thick flannel, but it also breathes, and it feels really soft against your gross, rashed skin.
Yeah.
It covers the rashes, so
Not
only
the
you
crack,
know.
though.
Only you know. Yeah, it's not at all.
Yeah.
So my crack will probably be able to fight its way out from underneath. But
Well, I thought they made you your own signature model of shirt, right? Where it splits like you're wearing a tailcoat, so everyone can see your crack.
see, this is what I woke up to. What if somebody's next door? Somebody's up there doing work.
Oh,
kind
good.
of. They're hanging a painting, and it's taken all day.
God. What the fuck?
But yeah, no, you got to get your hands on the flannel overshirt. Whether you're buying for yourself or giving a gift, Chubbies has what you need this winter. Check out their website for their best deals of the year. Our friends at Chubbies are giving listeners 20% off.
20?
Yeah, that's right.
That's huge.
It's 1/5 with code Chubby20 at checkout at chubbiesshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with code Chubby20. Support the show and tell them we sent you. This holiday season, gift yourself and your loved ones Chubbies.
I love them. Great company. Do you see what the name of the Navy offensive coordinator is?
No.
Dank Chronic.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
No, it was Drew Chronic, though.
Drew Chronic.
What if his name was Dan K. Chronic? Were you around when Brent Gill went by Dan K?
Yes,
nice.
it was very confusing because he's Brent the Great.
And on the radio,
he
he
was
was
Dan
Dan
K.
K. Yeah.
And I was like, "Why?" I literally asked him, "Why is your name Dan K?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Dank," and
Dude.
I was like, "Oh."
Did the exact same thing. I also asked him one time why he was Dan K. When I first went to Brent Gill's house to buy weed, like after my second open mic ever in
Allegedly.
2005, I walked into his apartment in Boulder and he just had a Birth of the Nation poster on his wall.
What?
Yeah, dude. And I was like, so Birth of a Nation, huh? And he's like, I know, but I'm a film major and it's like the first movie, so yes, I have it, but it's not for that reason. And I was like, you should consider taking it down. Is what I said. You should really consider taking that down.
I had a POD poster that said "Youth of a Nation." That was somehow more embarrassing.
Yeah, you got even less pussy than Dan K, a.k.a. Brent the Great.
It was harder to explain.
Yeah.
I had
What?
in freshman year of college, I had Spencer's Gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the different shots, and it says something at the top like what I really learned in school. I haven't even gone to school yet. I haven't gone to college yet, but I have a poster where there's like 40 shots on there, and it says like the mind eraser is psychology or what. Oh my god,
Yeah.
It's a wonder I got laid at all.
It's crazy. You had so much sex early, and you had a reverse bell curve.
It was like that and System of a Down, I think.
Yeah. Ollie Joe Prater's opener in his special that's online is him chugging a beer and then saying, "That's everything I learned in college."
Oh, shit.
It's his opener, yeah.
Whoa.
Which went on to become your poster.
You're doing a deep dive on Ollie Joe.
I watch his special every now and then just because it's like so bad. It's one of the only things I can appreciate ironically. And then they have his friends popping out because I think it was made like posthumously. Where they'll be like, Ollie was a wild man. There's a lot of women like wearing house coats and sunglasses being like, I was in love with Ollie. He really knew how to treat a lady and he was fun. Oh, God. He was fun. Lighting another cig.
Oh, man. I almost forgot. I told you about my counter to your saddest guy, Lyft driver, scratch ticket, hopeful.
Yeah, the guy who said, I asked him, what's your favorite hobby? And he said, oh, scuba diving. I was like, oh, that's great. And he's like, yeah, when I was 14, I went scuba diving, and I think about it every fucking day. It's 31 years ago. That's his big hobby.
It's his current hobby. It's answer to, do you have any hobbies?
Yeah.
As you're trying to find like a glimmer of hope for him. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, scuba diving. Oh, yeah? How often do you do it? I did it once.
14 years old.
When I was a kid.
Lake Superior, went down, saw some carp. And if I don't shut my eyes and think about scuba diving, I say I did not have a good day. Today was not a day worth living. Anyway,
if you could scratch scratchers while underwater, I'd be in heaven.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I'd be down in Davy John's locker right now.
I can't figure it out. You always drop the quarter.
I'm always rubbing them against coral, and people get mad at me. Quit scratching them on the coral, Monty.
That's alive. I won't be if I can't do this. I will leave.
It's more alive than I am, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'm bartending in Trinidad, and a woman comes in. It's like 10:20. We close at 11. She comes in by herself. She's done up kind of nice. She's probably in her 30s. She's kind of pretty, you know.
Had them, you said?
Definitely had them. So yeah, she has a jacket on at first, and then one of those things where like she has the jacket on, so I'm like, hi, what can I get you? She wants
mind eraser. You're like, I had a poster in my room when I was 15.
I minored in mind erasers in college.
Yeah. It's my favorite roller coaster.
She asks if I can put on System of a Down. I'm like, I love you.
Yeah.
She's like, what's on your hand? It's like, nothing. No, so
it's the Chicago flag. I'm from there.
She fucking, like, while I'm doing something else, making her drink or something, she unzips her jacket. So the next time I see her, I'm just like, whoa, all right.
Hey, I didn't know you had friends.
And she
Do you have ID for you too? I'm talking about the twins.
She is using voice to text. So I keep
in public.
Yeah, right in front of me. Like she's sitting like right where I need to do stuff behind the bar.
Right where you can't keep from staring at.
Well, yeah, no, I'm trying to play it cool.
Yeah.
She is doing voice to text, so I keep thinking she's on the phone. She's not. She's just dictating to her fucking assistant. The saddest shit. Like, I try not to hear people's conversations when they're not talking to me, and it's a weird thing, you know, where you kind of want to hear them ask for another drink or get your attention.
Sure.
But you don't want them to assume that you're like hanging on their every word, because then they check in with you, and then I'm always like, I wasn't really listening. Sorry. But also, I don't want to hear
lady,
most of
I
that
don't
shit.
care.
Right. No, it's not my job to hear all this shit. But I do catch some of her texts, and they're just so... She's like trying to meet up with somebody, but she also says things like, I heard her say, it's not going to be a good Christmas this year. And I'm just like, oh, shit. Like, what? You know? And I'm curious, but I don't want to ask. I have another half hour before I can kick everybody out.
Yeah.
And then I hear her say something like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to see the kids. It's like, who are you talking to? Why are you doing voice to text?
Maybe she was trying to make herself look vulnerable so you would sweep in and white knight her.
No, this means something. I don't know what it means, but
yeah.
No, it means shut up, Toots. I'm taken.
It means would, but that's not the point here, ma'am.
Talk to the 8-ball. Not today, bitch. And then I show the ring.
Meet me in the bathroom.
But yeah, I mean, when I hear those two things, I think, man, I wonder what else I missed out on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if I could afford a gun, I wouldn't have to worry about any of this shit anymore.
Yeah. Hey, my manifesto's in the drawer.
Sometimes I wish my ex would just finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. I don't know what her deal is. I've never seen her before. I ID'd her, but I don't remember if she had Colorado or if she was
drifting
from out of state. I don't know. I don't know what her fucking deal is, but I don't know if I've
Did
seen
you do
the
the
last
thing
of her
where
or
you
not.
walk over and you're like, hey, Merry Christmas. You give her like a tumbler full of gin. Hey.
Gin with a sprig of holly in it.
It's from all of us. Here
Chokes
you go.
on it. What the fuck? This is poisonous,
I'm
I think.
allergic to mirth. Garland is allergic.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. It wasn't. I didn't get as much of a look at her whole life like you did with your guy.
Oh, yeah.
But it
Well,
was
you were trapped for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Only person he's ever talked to before.
We were trapped for 40 minutes with our guy getting to this hotel, listening to Charlie Kirk on the radio.
Yeah.
So I just keep hearing like the craziest shit.
Can you be in Hezbollah and Gaza? I guess if you have no allegiances to a flag, why would you to an ideology?
It was definitely like, oh man, come on. Like put on any music so that we don't have this like very specific divisive voice as he's like asking us why we're in town. And then I
Right.
thought you were going to lie, but did you not lie because we had already kind of talked about comedy enough?
We've been talking about stand-up in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were caught. We were stuck.
We
couldn't.
busted.
We couldn't be brothers in town for a wedding or a shoe convention or whatever.
I hope these khakis have dung fighting technology, because I am on the edge of something over here.
That's why you check the timer.
Yeah. Yeah, I really got to make it count.
We're almost there.
Oh,
But
man.
it gets worse.
No.
The closer that you know you are to being able to do it, your butt's like, oh no, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll
it's
just
like-
round up. It's like, no. I need another 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy sometimes how it's coming out as you're sitting on the toilet, right? It's like, hey, not yet. Hey, buddy, why don't you hold on for another 4 seconds, please?
Laughing's like the worst thing you can do, too.
Oh, yeah. So is getting your keys out to unlock your front door.
Oh, yeah. There's been some times, dude, when I forget to shut the door I come in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I put the code in, and then just like walk in, shoes on, run upstairs.
Brick through a window. Like, I've got the solution for this.
Emily's like, wipe your feet. She just hears me go, no. I go outside. The next thing she knows, I have the hose on. I'm like, don't open that door, honey. If you want to love me still, you keep that door closed.
Fuck, man. Well, I guess we should let you go.
Well, hey, I'm gonna let you know, everyone, that I'll be in Milwaukee next weekend with
Me too.
Lund at the Milwaukee Improv. Big room. Get some tickies for that. Hawaii, I'll be in Honolulu January 18th, rolling into Des Moines, Iowa the weekend after that. Pretty much my entire year's figured out. I'm coming over to the UK with Lund. Going to Australia next year in July. UK in May. Join the Patreon. Lund, what do you got?
January 10th, I'm doing Lucha Libre and Laughs in Denver. Very
Whoa.
excited. There's a new champion, Marlon Bishop.
No way, Big
Cody
Marlon.
Devine.
Yeah.
Marlon Bishop, former NFL player, I believe. He's jacked.
Played at Grand Valley State.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's so impressive. So I'm excited to see what he does on the top of the mountain. Who's going to be able to knock him off?
Can't believe Cody
He's going
Devine.
up against Warhorse, who's practically a superhero.
Warhorse. He's a guy, right? Awesome. This was a fair
he
fight.
rocks and he rolls.
Good.
Heidi Howitzer cleared to wrestle again, so I
Thank
think she'll make an appearance.
Got all those candles I lit at the Vatican paid off.
But yeah, I'm excited to be able to do a Lucha Libre and Laughs, not with you. I'm hoping to do a show January 11th in Denver as well. I'll share that as soon as
I think you're
it
going to do the
is
naughty show, right?
finalized. No. What?
You're just
I have
full,
not.
you're full knob.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Stop looking at me.
for there.
It's not for you. It's for them.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
SafTalent.com.
Did you meet the guy last night with had the nub?
Oh, dude.
Israel.
Did you do the joke?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Yeah, he loved it.
I didn't hear that.
I went to shake his hand and he pulled out his nub.
Uh-oh.
And was like, put her there. And I still tried to grab it and he pulled his hand away, his nub away. It's like, hey man, you want to play nub chicken with me, motherfucker?
He had like a narrow, like almost when Terminator 2 has the knife, the sword
He had a
hands.
chicken tender, bro.
But at the end, instead of it coming to like a nice point, it
Yeah.
was just like a little floppy.
Yeah, it was a penis.
Penis.
Yeah, a penis nub. And I was like, whoa.
And
he's
he stuck around.
Oh, yeah.
He left like 4 times. And I was
yeah.
like, oh man, I'm just like rocked. And then he comes back in. Remember me?
Yeah,
It's
it's like, of course. Yeah, hey man.
Please.
There's women and children here. Families are trying to enjoy a holiday.
Please beat it.
Dude, imagine if people are coming in for a holiday clean show and they walk into our wood chipper.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts.
Well, they don't say.
No.
Oh, you're saying they assume.
Just Christmas parties come in this time of year.
That-
That's why at Comedy Works we have to be clean in December.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, his nub, and he was like, yeah, it's a multi-purpose. I like to put it in the 2-minute warning, give it the switcheroo. Mom's taking his penis out of a vagina and shoving his nub in.
What?
Yeah, he's like, they'll never see it coming. It's like, all right, Israel.
Oh, yeah, he's a comic.
Yeah, he's a comic.
He makes people look at that for an hour.
Yeah, I thought
No,
that
he's
he
not headlining.
I thought he worked at the Ferris wheel, He had real carny vibe. He's a trash picker come to town to trade his wares.
Big Pink Floyd fan.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. We did it an hour?
Yeah, we're
All right,
good.
I need to go. You're going to have to get a new toilet after this.
Go to the 5th floor.
Why don't you call down and say, I need another room? And then if they ask why, say, come up.
Take my word for it.
Yeah.